Hey guys, welcome back. This is topic 2.3, and we're talking all about congressional behavior. In this lesson, you will learn about how elections, partisanship, and divided government affect congressional behavior. So let's get started. So, why do legislators vote the way they do? Well, there's really three reasons: party politics, party divisions in government, and getting reelected. So what does that mean? Well, the first thing you need to know about is party politics. A lot of times, members of Congress will vote based on their party. So that is called partisanship. So that is when parties try to work alone to achieve their goals. Republicans will try to do one thing, Democrats will try to do another, and they refuse to work together. Bipartisanship, however, requires negotiation, compromise, and the parties actually working together to achieve goals. This picture here of John McCain is there because John McCain was famous for his bipartisanship. He worked together with members of both parties to try to get legislation passed. Sometimes the behavior of Congress is controlled by the fact that we have a divided government. Now, we don't always have a divided government. A divided government is when the legislative branch and the executive branch are controlled by different parties. This can even be if just one chamber of the legislative branch is controlled by a different party. This can lead to gridlock or a stoppage of legislation being passed. It can lead to voting against presidential initiatives down party lines. And it can lead to the Senate refusing to confirm lame duck appointments. So what's a lame duck? A lame duck is actually when the president has been voted out of office already. So the elections happen in November, but the president is still the president until January. So that time between the election and the confirmation of the new president is considered the lame duck period. And many times the Senate will refuse to appoint presidential nominees during that time, especially if the Senate is a different party than the president. Sometimes congressional behavior is determined by trying to please the electorate. Now, there's three different models that Congress people can think about and try to use when thinking about how they're going to vote in Congress. They can use the delegate model, which is where a representative reflects the will of the people. So if a member of Congress says that they are a delegate of the people, they are trying to vote the way that they think their constituents would vote. In the trustee model, a representative feels that they are entrusted by their constituents to make the best decision possible. So they know more than normally their typical constituent, and so they feel that they are entrusted to make the best decision. Then you have the Politico model. In the Politico model, if constituents care a lot, then the member of Congress will consider their opinion. If not, then they'll make whatever choice that they feel is best in that moment, sometimes determined by party lines. Another factor that can affect congressional behavior is the ensured success of different members of Congress. One of the ways this happens is through gerrymandering, or the manipulation of district boundaries to favor a party or politician. District boundaries are actually designed by state legislatures, so whichever party controls the state legislature controls how the boundaries are drawn. This can end up creating safe districts, where members of the House of Representatives are unlikely to ever really lose an election. There are some limits that have been placed on gerrymandering by the Supreme Court, and we're going to talk about two cases that actually have helped to limit gerrymandering by the court. The first is Baker versus Carr, which ended up saying that each vote needs to weigh the same as the others within the state. The other case that we're going to be looking at is Shaw versus Reno, which said that racial gerrymandering or gerrymandering based on race is not allowed. And we're going to talk about why that can actually be a little bit difficult. In this lesson, you should have learned how elections, partisanship, and divided government sometimes affect congressional behavior. If there's anything you missed, please go back and rewatch the portions of the video that you need to now. Then, go in and answer your summarizing question in your notes so that you can get your stamp the next time we're in class. All right, guys, that's it for now. Bye.